Well, every time something like that happened one time, and there was a visible sandbag that the man tripped over. So whether that's the advance team's fault, and he was up there for 2 hours prior to that, so maybe they didn't think that he would be shifting back that way. Whoever you want to blame, people trip. And let's take a trip through history of presidents falling. Let's start with Ronald Reagan, who's like the second coming of Jesus.
He fell in love with Nancy.
He fell on the steps of Air Force One.
Gerald Ford before him.
Yes. And we had, I mentioned it yesterday, we had a president in a wheelchair who everybody liked a lot, who revolutionized the country. He might have had a moment of recognition of the fact that his biggest challenger is 44 years old. Whatever you think of DeSantis, he's got a lot more runway coming than Donald Trump does. And that he needs to acknowledge the fact that if he is running against Biden, he needs to look fitter than him. He needs to look, more intact.
We just saw it.
Okay.
Donald Trump looks much fitter.
All right. Anyway.
And really sharp.
To Greg's point about the president, it's not about the falling, it's the failing. We had an incredible jobs report today. Sandra, you were talking about it earlier.
Don't speak for me on that. There's a real problem with real wages in this country. If people want to ignore that, that's your choice.
All right. So they had to revise the number up by a couple 100,000 jobs. The unemployment rate continues to be incredible. We have the lowest unemployment rate for Black Americans and for Latino people. Got down to 4% that's happened.
Got back down. Do you remember what it was?
It's lower
to Trump levels?
No, it's lower than it was at Trump levels.
The polls don't reflect it. He's down on every
I don't care what the polls say. I'm talking about reality.
I bet.
And if reality catches up with what's going on with the economy, then Biden will not be judged in the same way as 90% on the wrong track or whatever it is.
So people have to be